Hey guys, it's been a few months. Well, no, it's been how long? Maybe 2 months or so. I think that I haven't had my Christian therapy. I haven't spoken to my therapist, and so literally I'm thinking, I feel like I need to talk, and I'm thinking I need to go over some things because I usually because this is a Christian thing, yeah, because I talk with her about things that I've on my mind that I don't usually share with people, and then she kind of, weighs it up biblically or as well as just common sense really, and weighs it up as about what I think or what I feel or what I've gone through, and whether or not what I've experienced is and how I respond and how I react to certain things, and whether it's normal, like whether it's normal how I feel, you know, she would say it's normal to feel upset that somebody said something, or you worked hard and then somebody didn't appreciate, like, feelings are normal. Like, she would just weigh things up, and then also if I think something, and I share it with her, and then she's kind of like, whether or not that's biblically or commonsensically correct, you could say, normal. And so she's been very helpful to me since the 2020s anyway. She's been a blessing actually, because my Excel leader, she was the one who encouraged me to go forward for this, because she apparently has therapy as well. And she said to me, she doesn't just talk about it, but she said to me that she has it as well. She said, because sometimes you don't have anyone to talk to. And then she said to me, and then after she encouraged me to get this person, and I started getting this person, she then shut down her cell. And so I'm thinking maybe that's why she pushed me to get like a Christian therapist, because she would shut down her cell. So there was some time in 2020, between 2020 and 2021, that I didn't have a cell leader, that I wasn't in a group, and this was during lockdown. So obviously I was in great need, spiritually and physically and mentally and emotionally, and the fact that that she kind of set that up for me, it just, I mean, it might have been the Lord as well. So it kind of worked out really well. Like, it's, and I am in a cell now anyway, so it's I mean, it's good. But I feel like I haven't spoken to her in so long. And usually, when things happen in the church and stuff, and then I kind of share how I feel about my gut reaction to certain things that happen in the churches with people. And then I talk with her about it, because she knows all of my history now from the old worship team and all that stuff. She knows everything about him and all the leaders and the workers, like everything. Nothing has been left out. And so when I tell her things, she's like, yeah, it really, she really helps me. So I'm just kind of like, right now, I feel like I haven't spoken to her in so long, and I'm thinking, I need to just sit down with someone and just talk with them about this. And the only person I could think of was her, really. But I can't even talk to her on this Saturday, because I said to her I would like a session this Saturday, and I said, but I don't know, because it's my birthday. And then so she was just like, well, let's talk after, like the week after. So it's gonna be like another week after, so it's gonna be 2 weeks. It's gonna be a long time, and it's already been a long time, because I think from May and June, that's already 2 months that I haven't spoken to her. I think the last time I spoke to her was in April, I think. Yeah, I think so. It's been a long time. I mean, it used to be every week when I first started out in 2020, and then it kind of changed, as my finances went down. It's not even that expensive, but, anyway, so I really, I mean, there's a few times. There was one time that I went to KT because I couldn't at home, this was during a weekday, and I was just in tears about something, and that happened at home. And then I remembered Premier Lifeline, and because she's for her it's like a set up. We have your set dates and your set times, and you pay for those times. So, but the sudden moments there was nobody there, and cell's kind of busy, and I wasn't really sure about who to call there at the time anyway. So I just went, my other friend, she was working, so I was just kind of like, no, and I just phoned the Premier Lifeline, and I was just, sat there and I spoke to them for a few minutes. It was really, really helpful. I mean, even before the Christian therapist, I had like, what do you call that? I had an email therapist, the Samaritans. Like, I tried them out because you can email them. You can also phone them and be face to face, and there's also text ones. But I wanted to do an email one because you can write longer, and so I wrote longer, and then they reply to you within 1 to 3 days. And so the text message they can reply in one day, the phone and the face to face obviously immediately. But this was, and well, I there was a few times that I used them in the past. I don't know if they have my history with them, but yeah, I don't even remember my first ever message with them. But they, it was very helpful with them a long time ago that I used them, because they, you would tell them something, and then as you tell them something, and then their response is to like probing you questions about going further into that something that you're talking about, and then it kind of makes you think, or it just confirms whatever you talked about, or anything anyway. So yeah, I feel like I haven't spoken to my therapist in so long, and I'm thinking I really need to talk to somebody. So here I am right now talking to my phone. I mean, I've talked to my friends as well, and I'm gonna be talking to my other friends sooner than later. And I did speak to my other friend, my pastor friend, a few weeks ago regarding something, and he really changed my life. He explained something to me that no church has ever explained, no leader has ever explained, and in a way that he explained it. And to be honest, I think it lacks this kind of explanation, lacks being shared and taught to people of the Lord, and they really need to know it. And so I'm just kind of thinking, and the only way people are knowing the basic of the Christianity faith is through theological Bible school. Like, seriously? So I'm like, no, that is not okay. And I'm going to be changing that, because I'm going to be sharing it at the end of the day. Maybe not right now, but definitely. So he it's been very helpful to talk with him and everything, and I have my friend Laurencia too, and I talk with her, my other friends that I pray with. We don't necessarily talk, but because we pray through stuff together, that through topics and things together, that it's helpful. It's like to talk as well. But yeah, I kind of miss my talking to my therapist right now, because my Christian therapist, because you know she sifts through everything, and then she kind of sorts it out, you know it fixes things. So I kind of miss talking to her right now, you know and it's been pretty busy. I mean, I think I had a meeting with her. I was supposed to have a meeting with her, I think 2 weeks ago, but I kind of forgot. I was so exhausted, and then I was sitting out there in the sun, and then I just kind of nodded off. And then by the time, it was already the time that I had set to talk with this lady, and I was just like, no, I completely missed the time. So I really, really miss talking to her right now. It's like having a soul leader, but it's better because it's like your own personal soul leader, and you kind of do one-on-ones all the time with her. So it's it sifts through things and stuff like that, and sorts you out basically. Oh, I really miss talking to her right now, and I'm thinking, oh Lord, but I guess I have to just deal with it, you know Yeah, and I haven't been updating my blog. I'm writing a story on there, a Christian story anyway, so I have to be updating that one, and also my other Instagram account, the one that's like a book kind of thing. It's like a writing creative thing. So I have to be doing that as well. Because I haven't been doing that. I haven't updated it in a while. Yeah, I kind of miss talking to my therapist right now, my Christian therapist. It's just so like little grievances. I definitely am going to be sharing with her my little grievance about this job thing that happened, the letdown of the job thing, and then the whole, you know, woman, a certain woman that I had to work with, finding it very difficult. Who's got an attitude problem, basically, that I don't know, just don't know how to approach someone that's kind of fierce, and kind of has that strong personality and strong character. I just feel. Anyway, so yeah, I need to talk to my Christian therapist soon, but it's gonna be after my birthday, so it's gonna still be a long time from now. Yeah. Anyways, I saw this course thing. I think it's free for people who are on benefit or something, universal credit. I think that they who are with the job centre anyway, that and the course itself costs about £500, £600, £400. I saw a course thing. It just said neuroscience. I just saw the word neuroscience, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm really into that stuff, And I was just like, oh yeah, I really want to look at that stuff. It's neuroscience stuff, the quantum physics stuff. Like I really would love to get into that stuff and the brain stuff. It's neuro anyway, neuroscience. Like, I'd love to just go delve deep into that. Outside of Dr. Caroline Leaf, sort of do my own. And just look at it myself. And oh, I would just love it if I could get into that after the Bible school, even though I am doing another Bible thing online as well. But then I could do the neuroscience thing as well. So that would be good. Anyway, I've got to do some tests anyway, for the hygiene and someone else, because I'm going into catering, I think, with an agency. So yeah, and I also want to talk to my Christian therapist about cannot say his name. I say he's a Christian artist right now, supposedly. And yeah, I need to talk with her about him because he's a very difficult person to deal with, and that needs to be dealt with almost immediately. And there's no other person I could talk to about him, because otherwise it might just seem like gossip. But I just need someone to bounce off all this thing and then sort it out, sort out the mess, sort out the perception, the mindsets, the attitude, and things that I feel towards this person. And how to protect myself, protect my heart, protect my person, and just deal with all the feelings and the emotions that he's kind of set off on me, you know. So, and then deal with all the mess and chaos that's come up because of this person and another person plus myself. So it's kind of something that needs to be dealt with, and I'm really looking forward to talking with my Christian therapist. And it's only for an hour, but it's gonna be a good time anyway. I'm really looking forward to that one. I can't believe it's not before my thing. What do you call that thing? That Bible school graduation and my birthday. I mean, I could always call Premier Lifeline, but the thing with Premier Lifeline is they don't have your history. Like, you're not talking to the same person all the time. It's a different person, and so they don't have that history with you, and they have a different way of doing things as well. But what I do love with Premier Lifeline, because I've used them twice now, is that it's the same with my Christian therapist. Like, after you talk about whatever you want to talk about, they pray for whatever you've talked about and for yourself. Like, right at the end, before before it's closed down. So it's kind of good. That's the bit that I do like, because the whole prayer thing. Yeah. Well, I guess that's me. Me is talking because I miss my Christian therapist right now, and I guess it's also because I haven't been posting a lot because I had a cold. I had a cold for the weekend. I didn't even go to the church. I had to rest for 3 days. The Lord told me to rest, so I rested, and that's what I did. You know, it's like I took a sabbatical from KT and just from everything. I just shut down. You know, plus I had a cold. I was forced to shut down for a bit anyway. Plus my body was suffering. And the hamstring that I pulled on Thursday still hurting me, but not as much. But maybe it's gonna get better anyway, hopefully. So yeah, I guess that's me. Anyways, I better go to bed now, and I have to be up early in the morning. Got stuff to do, you know, and all of that. I have to do some things.